Hey guys, it's Jacqueline and welcome back to another speed build in The Sims 4. Today's video is going to be in a bit of a different format than I usually do. So if you've been watching my recent series, I've been recreating a bunch of the different buildings from Stars Hollow and Gilmore Girls because it's like my favorite show and the sets are beautiful and everything's beautiful and I just wanted to recreate it. So this is part of that series, but this is going to be actually Lane, Zack, and Brian's apartment that they live in. So the thing is that we never really see the outside of this apartment, so I kind of improvised a bit. And I don't know, the way that it seems on the show, because in the various times that we do see it, sort of like we see the porch and stuff, it seems like more of a townhouse or kind of rental house than an actual apartment. So for that reason, I've decided to build the exterior of this townhouse, whatever it is, as well as the interior, even though I've never actually seen the exterior. And this is going to go on the same lot as a few other buildings that are going in the town square, so it's going to be on the same lot as Fran's Bakery and Miss Patty's Dance Barn. But since I haven't built those yet, I decided that I would just do the exterior and the interior of this build, and I messed around for a bit trying to figure out what would be the best way to format these videos, because I wasn't really sure. Like, I was thinking maybe I could do the exteriors of all three of those buildings and then do the interiors of them in another video, but if you've been watching the series so far, I've done 2 videos and they've been very like mishmashy, like they're just a lot of different stuff. So I decided that I would just do only the apartment stuff for this one, and this actually ends up being like a duplex type of building, but I only furnished the one that is for Lane, Zack, and Brian. And yeah, either way, that is pretty much what is happening today. And I'm sorry, by the way, if you guys have been watching and you don't like that they're all like sort of mishmashy videos compiled of a bunch of different builds, but that is going to end after this one, after I do Miss Patty's and Fran's Bakery, Weston's Bakery, because after that every other build is like an individual build, and it's a lot simpler to just, you know, section it off and be like, yep, this is that build done. So yeah, but either way, the town square is actually really coming together and I'm very pleased with it. Like, I had my sim walking around the park and I was just, oh, it's so cute. I love it because it's, I don't know, in my opinion at least, it's really nice because, like, I feel like usually recreating buildings from a TV show or whatever, it's like, yeah, cool, whatever. But like, just specifically with the way that Magnolia Promenade is formatted and like all of that stuff, it actually feels like you're in the town rather than just in one individual like building or lot from the town. So I'm just really happy with it so far, at least. But I do still have to figure out which worlds I'm going to put a bunch of the other builds in, because the only other builds that are going to go in Magnolia Promenade, since it's only 4 lots and I've already done 2.5, are going to be Weston's Bakery and Miss Patty's Dance Barn, like I already said, are going on this lot, and then Kim's Antiques is going on the other lot. So I do have to figure out, I'm thinking probably I'll do Newcrest. I'm not sure though. I'm not really sure where I'm going to put a lot of the rest of the builds, because I do have to figure that out. I think I'll use the fancy lot in Brittleton Bay for the Gilmore Mansion though. It's not, well, I call it the fancy lot. I think it's actually the lot that the Delgados live on, but I don't know. Either way, so this build, the interior is really the part that I was replicating from pictures and stuff, because obviously, like I said, we don't see the exterior ever, so I tried my best with the interior. It's sort of like not really very nice in my opinion. Like, I mean, that's kind of the point of it. Like, they're just young adults, everyone living there, and because they're bandmates. If you're not familiar with the storyline of the show, I'll tell you right now. Basically, pretty much like the main person out of the 3 people that live here is Lane, and she is like basically just living on her own and striking it out for the first time, I guess, because her like mom is really overprotective basically, and she just like was not happy with her living situation before, and her mom was kind of like, yeah, you can do whatever you want, but you gotta move out and like do it on your own, you know, like you can't live the way that you want to while you live with me. So she was like, okay, I'm gonna move in with my bandmates, and then yeah, that's how they ended up living together. At first, she was actually living with her best friend who was going to school at Yale, so she was living in the dorm, but then she was like, this isn't like sustainable, I don't go here, I have to leave. So then she was like, you know what, I'm gonna buy an apartment, and so she did buy an apartment, and so she rents it. I think, like I said, I think it's more of a townhouse. Like, I don't know, if you've seen the whole show and you like remember details for some reason about like what this building looks like, because I know they call it an apartment in the show, but it's not. Like, it seems more of a townhouse or rental of some kind to me. Either way, Yeah, so that's what they end up doing, and they live here together, and it's just very, like, disheveled. Like, it sort of has the vibes of a college dorm, I think, but, so as you can see, there's bunk beds here. That's for Zack and Brian, which they have bunk beds in the show. Obviously, unfortunately, in The Sims, it's not really functional to have bunk beds, so I did just end up making those out of some, like, random stuff that we have in the game. I tried my best. I think they, like, look cool, but they're not really bunk beds, you know, because we don't have those. Unfortunately, I have not heard, but for some reason, I feel like it's been a discussion lately that maybe we'll get bunk beds soon. I don't know. I'll talk more about stuff to come in The Sims later, because I'm actually really excited about that. But, yeah, so I just tried my best, and if you want to play in this and want those beds to be functional, I believe you'd have to remove one of them so that, or actually, I think you'd have to remove the top one, yeah, because, previously you could have beds raised up, and you could have, like, something sitting under the bed if you shifted it, like, perfectly the right way, and then the bed would still be functional, and the thing under it would be functional, but beds never worked, like, one on top of the other. But now nothing works. Like, if you have a bed in the air, your sim won't be able to, like, jump into it the way that they used to. So, I don't really know why they did that, but they did that. So, yeah. Basically, the top bed isn't functional. But I figure that, like, honestly, I don't know. I'm not sure anybody's really gonna want to play in this. And if you do, you could just use the main bed, because there's a double bed in the other room. So, yeah, that is what's going on there. But, so like I was saying, Zack, Lane, and Brian, they're on a band together. I did my best to, like, include clutter that was relevant to them. There's, like, 3 stereos in this place, which actually that's, like, a joke. When they move in to the apartment at first, they're like, we don't have utensils, but we have 3 stereos. Oh boy, it's all a mess. So, you know, I don't know. I thought that would be a good thing to do. I mean, it makes sense, because they're all, like, really, really into music. And then, yeah, besides that, I don't know, I tried my best to, like, really recreate it with the cluttered feeling. Like I said, it very much has the vibe of, like, all young adults, and it's sort of chaos, and nothing's really organized. And more so out here than in Lane's bedroom, but Lane's bedroom is a bit messy. It's just, like, not quite as, like, I'm not really sure what the proper term would be to describe Lane's bedroom. I don't know, it's like those bedrooms from, like, the early 2000s in TV shows where the teenager is, like, really into punk rock or whatever, and she's all like, chaos is my spirit animal, I don't know, that type of thing, you know? So, that's kind of the vibe that bedroom has. I don't know, it gives me, like, early Avril Lavigne type of things, I don't know. Lane doesn't like Avril Lavigne, actually. She's kind of like a music snob, that's one of her character traits, but it's cute, you know? Lane is, like, great, and she's just great, okay? She's, like, one of my favorite characters. But anyway, yeah, so that's what happens with her bedroom, but I did try to make it, like, a little more clean. I don't know, I just thought that made sense, because, like, obviously the boys' bedroom, not the boys' bedroom, but, like, the outer area, they're just, like, not as interested in having clean stuff or organized stuff necessarily. But yeah, all of them are sort of living a chaotic life. And one thing I did want to mention is that there's no band equipment in here. There is a keyboard and a, guitar, electric guitar. I didn't put an acoustic in because I don't recall any of the characters using an acoustic, but I mean, I'm sure they do at some point because they have a band, but there wasn't a lot of room for it, so yeah. But, there is no drums, unfortunately, in The Sims 4, so I just had to go without for that, but Lane does play the drums, and it's kind of like they have the drums just sitting in the middle of their living room / kitchen / the boys' bedroom, I don't know, so yeah, since I couldn't do that, I felt like I just used the other instruments to the best of my abilities, and I don't know, I am hoping that bands become a functional thing in The Sims 4. I don't know if you guys saw the survey, but that was one of the options they listed on there, and I got so excited, I think just because it was, like, relevant to what I was building at the time. I was like, oh my god, we could get drums, we could get whole band things, I don't know, but I just think having a band feature would be really cool. Let me know what you guys voted for that, whole survey, because, like, boy, were there a lot of good options. But I also feel like they had a survey a while ago that was with a lot of interesting stuff, and they didn't really do anything with it. I don't know, I mean, to be fair, I believe that was, like, 2 months ago, so it's not fair to expect them to develop whole new, like, game features in 2 months, I guess, especially with the current circumstances, but it still feels like maybe it was just something where they could be like, yeah, here you go, here's some stuff where you, like, can listen to this and get excited about it, and then it'll go away. I don't know. Did you guys see what they were tweeting today? The Sim Gurus. It spelled out Future Cube. I don't know. Maybe they tweeted more and it spells out something else. But yeah, basically, if you missed it or you're not on Twitter or whatever, the Sim Gurus were all tweeting out, like, each of them tweeted a letter, and the letter, like, they put all the letters together and it spelled out Future Cube. So that's, I think they were trolling, because future cubes are nothing, you know, they're useless. So anyway, I don't know. Either way, I'm just really excited about the survey, and there was also the section about it that I'm most excited for is that they had a list of worlds, like potential worlds inspired by real life locations, and some of them, oh, I was so excited. They had, the ones I think I was most excited for were probably the Brazilian beach and the Chinese highlands. I don't know, but all of them. All of them. Oh my god, wait, and they also had Scottish, like, mountain type of thing, and Swiss, and just everything, okay? So if you haven't filled out that survey, please go fill it out. I don't know, I had such a hard time ranking all the worlds though, because I just wanted all of them, you know? But anyway, speaking of other things to do with Sims Twitter stuff, I was on Twitter the other day, because I do that a lot, and I was just looking around, and I found a Sims T account, okay? Sims T. Sims T. I don't think you guys can possibly understand, like, how, I don't understand why we would possibly have a Sims T. Like, it's not like, oh, here's some Sims news. It's not like, oh, the gurus did this thing today. It's not, they're not tweeting about the future cube, okay? They're tweeting about, like, random drama in the Sims community, which, like, we don't have drama. We don't need drama, okay? We're a happy little community of, like, life simulation gamers. We don't need it, okay? And I know, I don't know. I haven't seen the drama. Is there drama that I'm just missing? Is there, like, people that desperately need attention called to them for bad things they're doing? I don't understand. I really don't. Because I don't understand why we would possibly have a Sims T account. Like, that's for the beauty gurus, you know? Whatever. It's fine, I guess. But also, I don't even remember what it was called at this point. But yeah, that's interesting to me, because I feel like the second you start calling it drama, it becomes drama. But before that, it's just like people and having differences in opinion about, like, random packs or whatever, you know? So I don't know, maybe I'm just missing the actual drama and I just am not involved enough with the problematic people. But yeah, that's interesting. I don't know if anybody else was aware of the existence of that, or if it's like a new thing. I think it was, because it only had like 80 followers or something like that. So there's probably, but 80 people, guys, 80 people, why would they follow that? I don't understand. I really don't. So I don't know, maybe it's just me, but, like, drama is such a waste of time, you know, in my opinion, at least. I mean, don't get me wrong, like, it could be fun to listen to, but, like, why bring it into our happy little corner of the internet? I don't know, in my opinion, at least. I mean, you really can't call the Sims community small, but, like, it's not necessarily a little corner, but it's, like, a relatively peaceful corner, you know? Like, Fortnite, fine, have a T account. Not that anybody would, because Fortnite players would be like, oh my god, a T account? That's so middle schooly. I don't know. I mean, Fortnite players are in middle school, right? I don't know. I can't just bash other random games, but the point is, why do we have a T channel? I don't understand. Sorry, it's not a T channel, it's a T account on Twitter, but, you know, at the rate we're going, we could end up with, like, a random Sims channel that's dedicated to the Sims T. That doesn't make sense. It doesn't make sense to me. Like, okay, whatever. Anyway, this is pretty much the end of the build, so thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did and you want to let me know, you can leave a like and comment, subscribe, and click the bell for notifications if you want to see more videos and get notified every single time that I upload a video. And if you want to play in this build, once I finish Miss Patty's and Fran's or Weston's Bakery, it will be on the gallery. My origin ID is in the description, and thank you so much for watching. That is it. I'll leave you to the screenshots. Bye.